Hit and miss. Is it a no or is it a go or hit and miss?
Hello, guys. Welcome to Hit or Miss. In the studio today, we have Chica DeBarge.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Chica, that name DeBarge is not a common name. Are you by any chance related to the DeBarge?
I am. My father is Thomas DeBarge from the iconic group Switch. May he rest in heaven. He just passed. So we're dealing with that right now. And his brothers, DeBarge and Bunny, my aunt, and
James.
yeah, the wonderful legendary family.
James Barge.
Yeah.
Okay, Chica. Tell us a little bit about you and your background. Your not necessarily your family, but tell us a little bit about where you came from.
Okay. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's where I was born and raised. I moved from there at an early age. Well, before I want to say that, I guess I should talk about how I started singing and everything. I've been singing and writing songs since a little kid. I've probably been writing songs since I was like 7 and started out singing as I started to talk, really. And my grandmother, who's the matriarch of the family, she kind of instilled God in all of us and put me into church as she did with them. And it just was a generational thing, brought up in the church, singing in the church choir. I sang in a church group called Sons of God when I was younger, and we would travel and sing across Michigan. I also sang a lot at graduations, and schools would hold assemblies for me when I was younger to come sing at different schools and events. And it's just something I love to do, sing and write songs and arrange and record in the studio.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. So, is anybody other than your father, the Switch and the Barge, do we know, are we familiar, would we be how am I supposed to say? Come on, guys. I'm stuttering here. Would we know anybody else other than Switch and the DeBarge family?
Oh yeah, it's I'm not the only one out of this generation that's trying to do things. It's a lot of us that sing. Everybody in my family sings, but it's a number of us that are really pursuing it. My brother Andrew DeBarge, my younger brother, he's a recording artist. He sings and writes and plays multiple instruments. Bobby DeBarge, little Bobby DeBarge.
They can all sing.
And Christina DeBarge, she's I think she's had the most success actually.
Yeah, she was on Love and Hip Hop or
Mm-hmm.
what's that TV show called?
I think it's
Growing Up Hip Hop.
Growing Up Hip Hop.
Growing Up Hip Hop, that TV show. Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
she's had a couple of albums and mixtapes, and so look them up when you get a chance to.
Absolutely.
And I'm Chica DeBarge on YouTube.
Absolutely. Go check Chica DeBarge out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The song, she can sing. Y'all heard it here first.
Thank you.
So we'll put all of her links down in the description.
Yeah, I'm mainly Chica DeBarge on everything. You know, I was originally named after my uncle Chico as his namesake, which I'm honored by, but now I go by Chica DeBarge since I transitioned. So that's how you can find me. And if you want to find any of my prior music or things, of course it would be Chico Javon DeBarge, but I don't go by that name anymore.
You know that's so I wouldn't say strange, but it's strange in a sense because normally people wouldn't come out and say, I've transitioned. You feel comfortable, and that's a great thing. You feel comfortable in your skin. Were you always that comfortable and knowing who you are?
Not at all. It's been a long journey with me, and everybody that transitions has their own journey And my journey was a journey to accept myself, really. And it took a long time. So I think I'm finally at that place, which is very exciting because I got new music that I'm doing and new projects that I'm working on. And I just feel so whole. And yeah, it's a good thing.
Now, you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to, but how does your family feel about you transitioning from Chico to Chica?
Well, I think when you transition, your family transitions too. My family's very loving and down to earth. So, with any complications that we may have, love just overrules them all. So
Beautiful. That's a beautiful
it's
thing.
definitely okay. It's okay.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. We won't, talk about that too much. We want to talk about Chica
Right.
DeBarge. You know, um, tell us a bit about what type of music do you like? Just tell us about you, Chica. Whatever.
Okay.
What do you whatever you want us to know.
I like good music. I guess that's what anybody would say. But I like music with a message. I like an affectionate melody, and something from the heart and relatable. I think the thing about me is that a lot of people may think that I'm so different, but I think once you get to know me and hear my songs and hear me out, you will see that I'm very relatable. And I think that's what would separate me from a lot of people. I don't think it's more so about what I identify as. I think that it's just about shining and being a light, and I think that by doing that, I will shed a light on being who I am and representing for who I am. I don't think I really need to have this big, long message and written out thing about who I am as far as how I identify because I'm an artist, and I sing and I think that the world universal loves music and needs the healing that music and a good voice can bring. And that's all that I'm trying to bring to the world. And I think if people open up their hearts, good and bad people, that it will help them in a good way. And I know that good music does that because it's so many times where people probably don't know much about an artist, but they know the song and they're like, oh, this song got me through, or that song helped me, or it makes me feel a certain way. And then they may hear things about the artist or find out they're from here, and then their perspective change. But if you just listen to the healing in the music, then everything will come into form.
I'm glad you said something. I have a question. What do you think about today's music, the music that people are listening to on the radio? What do you is that what kind of sound is your sound like that in which we hear on the radio today, or are you trying, in my opinion, to create or bring back R&B maybe? Because R&B definitely needs to come back. I think it's been a shift.
I being a studier, somebody that studies music, I've never really felt like I had a big disappointment in music. I always find something out there, that I just love. I like the new artists. It's some things I don't like us all. But I think with the way that I record and my mind state on music, I can learn from anything. So I try to learn from everybody that's put in a position that I'm going to be put in, or that's put in there before me. So there's always something to learn from.
Well, who are your favorite artists? Tell us some people you may
Well, my favorite artist of all time is Stevie Wonder. Of course, I love, Michael Jackson and yeah, I like all the greats, Prince and all that, and Earth, Wind and Fire, the Bee Gees, Andy Gibb. I like Celine Dion.
You're going back. What do you know about Andy Gibbs? You weren't even born then.
Those are people that my family has put me on, really. My Aunt Bunny
right.
and Uncle Dickie and Uncle James, Uncle Chico, Uncle L, Uncle Marty. All of them have put me on to Uncle Randy.
I
Put me
got
on to
you.
a lot of music.
I got you now. I forgot
And
who I'm talking to.
as far as today is concerned, I like a lot of. I love Brandy. I love her music. I think she's a wonderful background arranger.
Background singer, you said?
And not at all. Brandy's a great vocalist.
Yeah, she is. I'm just kidding.
I like Jasmine Sullivan, Chris Brown.
Jasmine Sullivan, I can really go.
And I really love Bruno Mars' voice.
Oh, yes, yes,
and
yes.
just the way he touches my heart when he sings. Yeah, and of course gospel music. You know, the Winans, Fred Hammond, Andre Crouch.
Shirley Caesar is one of mine. Even though she's old.
She has some songs that I like.
Man.
Age discrimination. Talking about she's old.
Who said anything about she old? Did I say she was old?
You just said Shirley Caesar, even though she's old.
Old school music. I'm talking about old.
You left school out of that
statement.
statement.
I mean, I love some Shirley Caesar. I grew up on
Shirley Caesar, especially towards Thanksgiving.
She got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys.
Listen,
hogs, dogs.
And you're also next in line for a miracle. Don't do that.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I'm not calling Shirley Caesar old. I'm saying when I say old, I mean
I knew what you
older than. You know what? Let me stay out of this conversation. Anybody else got some questions? Because I'm going to put my foot in my mouth.
Yes. And just so you know, Hit It or Miss loves the older generation, our elders, and we have all the love and respect for you.
Most definitely. Absolutely.
Young or old, we love you all.
Look, we got... See, Hazy may not be familiar with none of these people because she's too young.
But Chica... I want to say we consider ourselves fortunate to have you here in studio.
Yeah.
And taking the time to come in studio.
Oh, it's a
you
blessing.
could have said, okay, I'll Skype you in, but we appreciate you taking the time to come on location.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm so happy to be here. I really am.
All right. I have a couple questions for you. Very light questions.
Okay.
For one, I also took note that you're a songwriter as well as a vocalist, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what inspires you when you write a song? When you draw your inspiration?
Experiences, things that I go through, things that I watch other people go through. Yeah, that's the main thing. Experiences. I know when I was younger, before I had been in love, I was with a family member. I was living with a family member, and they were in love, and they were going through a divorce, and it just really touched my heart. But it had nothing to do with me, you know what I mean? And I went to write songs, and all of my songs were about this person, this family member and their relationship. And they listened to it after I got done in the studio, and they said, "You wrote this about me?" And I said I did, but the way that I sung it was as if I was going through a breakup. But the passion was so strong that the person that was going through it knew right away that it was about them.
Wow.
So yeah, experiences.
Awesome. Because that's one thing a lot of artists. I'm glad to see that more modern and new wave artists are being proactive with their careers and actually writing their own songs and owning their own masters now,
Right.
and even older artists,
Well, it took
right?
us
So
long
we are
enough.
even remastering their music and owning the masters to their music. But let me ask you this: we know of your family background. What are the expectations that you have for yourself as an artist?
Great question.
I believe to complete. I start a lot of things, and I think they're great things, great ideas, great visions. Things that I feel that God has put into my purpose. And I think that right now, it's time to complete those things. And not procrastinate. So, I expect to complete all my projects, and for people to get out of it what I get out of it, for them to see my true vision and for it to come into form how I know it should. Because I know that when it does, not if it will, when it does, that it will be explosive, you know. So I expect to succeed and to be heard and to be accepted, not because of who I am or what I go by, but just because of love, you know, like because of music. You know, music is such a universal thing. It's so great. And yeah,
I
that's
know.
my answer.
I think during this conversation that we're having today, I think my personal opinion, I think a lot of listeners are going to connect with you before they even hear your song. If they listen to this podcast, I'm confident that they're going to want to get to know more of what you have to offer, and it's so awesome when you meet an artist who's pure at heart in the sense to where they're giving you their genuine selves and not the act.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of
And I've
people
been
are a
there.
lot more show than business.
Yeah.
And, you know, and as an artist, a lot of artists struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I've struggled as an artist. I'm sure Hazy has her struggles as an artist. So, and even Meeks, even Mika has had her struggles, you know, as an artist. If you're doing anything in the entertainment industry, you're going to have some struggle
That's
along
right.
the way.
Some type of trial.
So what would you say to that artist out there just starting or an intermediate who's like, you know what, I haven't got what I expected out of this yet, and it's time to give up and go to the post office? I mean, what would you say to that artist who is like, you know what, I'm not getting the success I wanted yet, and maybe this isn't for me? If you could motivate them, or what would you tell them to look to or draw towards for them to move on, if that's for them?
I would say to look towards your gift, you know, not towards an applause from people, you know, or money, you know. I know a lot of people that are very talented and that are artists, you know, and you get to know them and they are who they are, you know. And it does matter what you do with what you got, but it's important that you know the gift, you know, because if you keep your eye on the gift, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I accepted. I want to say maybe 2 years ago. I accepted that I am an artist. You know, I don't have a number one song out, or I'm not known by millions of people yet, but
You will after this.
okay, I received that. But I am who I am, you know, and it's not gonna leave me. And I feel like that if I put it on the back burner, and I'm just using me as an example for the person that you're talking about.
Yes.
If I put that on the back burner and go to the post office, if you will, or wherever, that I wouldn't be living, because I wouldn't be doing what it is that I do. You know, I've seen a great barber that with only 2 customers, and he'll treat the customer as if he has 500 customers, you know. And I think that's how you make it. You know, you stay true to who you are and always believe in yourself, and don't look for people to give you a title. Be the title before you get the title.
Don't wait for validation.
Yeah.
Own it at that moment. Don't wait for
Right.
validation.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and I think a lot of artists need to hear that. I gotta say, beyond being, and I've heard your music, but sitting up here and talking to you as a person, you're an awesome human being.
Thank you.
You are
I feel like
very
I'm in the
awesome,
presence
and
of
really,
awesome people.
I appreciate
Likewise.
genuine people. You know, you're
Yeah.
definitely genuine, and
Thank you.
you're fun. You're fun to talk to and be around. So
Thank you. I don't know how else to be. You know, it took me. I've always been real, but it took me a minute to be comfortable, if you will. So,
I dig it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have a question for you. I know that you've met a lot of famous people. What artist that you thought or you met thought that maybe thought had expectations of, and they didn't meet that expectation? Like this is a lousy, or this guy's not right. This individual's not right. Have you met any of those type of people like that?
The never
Spill
meet
the
your
tea.
heroes, never meet your heroes type thing.
Spill the
That
tea,
you like,
girl.
oh my God, I never want to see him again.
I don't know about never wanting to see the person again, but I've had an experience with an artist before that wasn't so good, but I still
we
got
know him?
great things out of it.
Do we know that artist?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I would never.
I don't want you to
say
put the
that that's,
name out there. Could you tell us what that experience may have been? I'm just curious.
Oh, you're just trying to involve
You know
Chica
what?
in a scandal.
You know
Wow.
what? Listen.
This isn't tabloid radio.
No, we're not getting tabloid radio. I just want to say, what was the experience? I mean, I want to know.
Okay, so in a nutshell, I think the experience was the person was kind of trying to impose that I was going in the wrong direction with who I am, and that I should be more like them. But they,
When you say more like them, what do you mean? More like them when you can only be you?
Trying to get Chica to snitch.
I'm
Right.
not trying to get nobody to snitch.
More
I just,
like
She's
them
taking
as
the
far
high. Let her
as
take the high road.
okay, but
more like them
Juice
as
is
far
juice.
as in kind of putting things under the rug with my sexuality and things like that. And come to find out, it was more so them being the same way I was, but they felt that I should,
sweep it under the rug.
yeah.
Let them live a life playing like they're who people perceive them to be, but they're not really like that. They were just in that same position that you are, but didn't want to let nobody
Well,
know.
yeah, I don't know what they were thinking or where their heart was.
What were they
But-
trying to flirt with you, or come on, or
Well, I'm not
just-
stupid, but I don't think that it was just an open flirt. You know what I mean?
right?
But I was still very grateful to meet them, and
How did the meeting? I'm not trying to pry.
Yes, you are.
But I'm just like
20
how
questions, but I'm
how
not
did you
trying to pry.
How did you come across this individual? And it's somebody that we may all know in this studio and the outside are. Listen,
I mean, of
Rob,
course.
Blaze, come on now, come on.
This is hit or miss, not TMZ. You
Well, you know what? You know what? It has to be a little juice. It has to be a little juice somewhere along the line.
Well, I don't think there is really any juice. It's just that I think the more of the story is kind of what we were talking about. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And this person wasn't really being themselves. And I felt sorry for them in a sense. But then I also seen where they thought they were helping me. Because the industry is very black and white. And they thought that they were putting me onto something. They did believe in me. I can say that.
They believed in you, but they
As
only.
far as my talent and everything.
So what did that individual think that offer you like, okay, I'll help you if you? Well, I'm just curious.
No.
No.
No, it wasn't any type of you do this, I'll do that.
Okay.
Maybe the vibe was, but no.
They didn't say. Oh, I'm just curious. I wasn't trying to be like.
That's more than
Wow.
curiosity. That's an
Listen.
interrogation.
It wasn't
Yeah.
interrogation. No, I don't
say
think.
the name.
No, I wasn't trying to
Take the
get you to
spot-
say the name.
You got
I
the
just-
spotlight off you, Chica. You all right?
Yeah.
Do I look?
She's
Yes,
like, well,
because-
going back to what Blaze said, the moral of the story is just be yourself.
Where were you at
Yeah.
12:15 a.m.?
What did it feel like an interrogation?
Kind of, I think you wanted a name to slip out.
No, I don't. No, I would never want you. No, I would never want you to throw anybody's name out there.
Do we know this person?
That's messy.
No, I just wanted to know if the person was a well-known person. I mean, I guess that everybody in the studio would know. I just want to know that I didn't
No, you
want.
good.
You wanted to know who it was.
You gotta answer it.
I'm not going that route. But you know what? I ask my questions.
I have a question for you.
Great.
Since music is such a creative outlet of yours, was it difficult going through, your transition? Did you have any insecurities with your voice? Or have you always, just hung on to that as a creative outlet and,
Not really with my voice because music. I only know how to be real when I open my mouth to sing, you know. So I would never like try to change my voice or I can sing in high octaves like my family, but I did have insecurities when it came to just being accepted or people that I also had. I didn't have a lot of fans. It's not like I was just so known, but you know, I done Apollo. I've done certain things, and I was very popular growing up for singing. So I did have people that knew me for that. You know, so when I did transition and everything, I did go through those doubts and worries or whatever. But music is so strong in me, and my love for God and music is so strong. It just it
Overpowers
shined through.
everything.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you have a lot of external pressure from having a very well-known family, or do you more so have internal pressure on yourself because of that?
Growing up, I had a lot of internal pressure. Not anymore because I'm thankful to my family for kind of watering the seeds in me. You know, they see my strengths in my voice. Um, all of my uncles and aunts, even my Uncle Dakey and my Aunt Peaches, have they taught me a lot. Oh, and my brother Christian, he goes by Dior. I didn't mention him earlier. He sings and writes songs and raps. Also, he's like a Drake, kind of. Well, I don't really like to compare him to anybody because he's something that people haven't heard. He's so great and amazing, and he's taught me a lot too. So these are people that help me with that internal thing, you know. But as far as on the people around me and everything, um, I don't know. I just feel like that I need the chance, and I've taken the chance with myself. So I know that God is going to bring me opportunities, and when He does, I just need that chance. You know what I mean? I need the same amount of attention as this person has for their music video, or the same type of investment as this person. And I know that if I have the same type of help and offers as other people, that I'm gonna do something great that will stay with the world and in people's hearts forever.
Oh wow, that's totally great answer.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a
Definitely.
powerful statement that I wasn't quite prepared for. That's okay.
How did your father feel about you wanting to go into the music business? I mean,
My father installed a lot into me musically, and I didn't really notice it because he's my father, and my uncles and other people around my dad taught me a lot too. But I guess because my dad was my dad, and now that he's gone, I could realize that he really was the first person to you know, kind of sit me in that corner and make me do things. And you know, he made me be in the singing group called Sons of God when I was little. And I remember I didn't want to be in the group at first because I was so shy. And he said, well, I know you like to sing by yourself, but this group is going to help you. It's going to help your confidence. It's going to help you in so many ways. And it really did. And I thank him for that. And he just coached me through, you know, whether it was a song at church at times or, you know, so he taught me a lot. He did. And I feel that he felt that I could do anything. He had his own struggles, but I think what he really felt in his heart is that I can do it. You know, that I had what it takes. And before he left, at our last conversation, he told me that, how beautiful I was, and he told me to continue to get more and more beautiful, and just it was a wonderful conversation. And I definitely know that I have his support.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
That's awesome. The carrying of the torch, the continuing of the legacy. That's
all
good.
I can do.
That's
I
good.
and hope to keep it going and do half as great as they did. You know.
You know, I'm of the opinion that if you be the best Chica DeBarge you can be, you'll be more than just fine.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, my opinion is humble. It only really matters to me, but I'm pretty
I
sure
appreciate that.
you
And
can
I'm
take
gonna
that
take
as a
that
fact.
with
Though.
me. I am. I'm gonna take that with me. I feel a lot of support. Even from my Aunt Bunny. I gotta shout her out because she's like helped me tremendously with my voice and
She helped me
just
too.
yeah.
She helped me too, and I remember being a young teenager and seeing the video and seeing your Aunt Bunny for the first time, and it was a thrilling experience.
Yeah,
She was
Beautiful,
a
talented
beautiful.
lady.
And I know a lot of men of a certain age
Had a crush
had
on
the
Bonnie.
same experience that I had the first time they saw
Shout out Bonnie
Miss Bonnie
DeBarge.
DeBarge.
In and out, beautiful lady. Taught me a lot. She's had my back. Even her younger sister Carol, Aunt Peaches, has like taught me a lot about music. Like she's very musically inclined. So, I'm just ready to go on the adventures that I need to go on and pick up where I left off in the past for things.
Or leave the past behind you. You don't need to pick up nothing. Start where you're at and just keep going forward. Don't look back for anything.
That's right.
You already got what
And
you
we're
need.
not.
Exactly.
That's right. I
Let me
received
ask you a
that.
question. Did your mother have that music ability to? Was she able to sing?
No, my mom did not sing. I lost my mother at a young age.
Wow.
She was very into fashion, gorgeous lady.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, she was very fashion forward and just such a lady. But she loved music. I heard. I don't remember much of her. I have more memories now that I'm older. Really, it's weird. But yeah, she
so
passed when I was younger.
You have more. You remember things now.
Well, at
It's like
first I
coming
remember hardly anything, but now I can remember little things.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Between your family and your depth of passion, we could sit here and talk to you for hours
Yes.
at a time, and it would never be boring. It's like, okay, people would stay tuned, but I'm sure we may have more questions for Chica, but actually at this time I would like to hear some of her music right now.
Yes, same.
Absolutely.
I mean, what do you say, Hazy? What do you say?
I agree.
I'm
100%.
down.
I would love
I'm
to
ready for
hear it.
this.
I already know what Auntie wants me to sing.
Yes.
So I'm working on a song called Secrets, and it's not done yet. I also have like 4 music videos that I put together on YouTube under Chica DeBarge. And they're just some homemade music videos that I did myself, but they're very creative. And I wrote the songs. They're really freestyles, but I did all the arrangements. I don't own the copyrights to the beats of the songs, but I did write them, and all the vocals are mine. And I also have just so much songs that I'm working on, and one of them is called Secrets. And
Let me ask you a
Auntie
question.
loves that song.
Was there inspiration to that song "Secrets"? Because you know what, I could listen to that over and over again, and you know this.
I think the inspiration kind of speaks for itself. I think everybody has kind of
Going through things.
yeah, and even it doesn't have to necessarily be anything that I'm going through or
Right.
anything, but yeah. So everybody has felt like they didn't want somebody close to them keeping a secret from them, or especially in an intimate relationship.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is Secrets. It's just a song that I'm starting. I haven't finished it. Tell me you're keeping secrets. Secrets, secrets from me. Tell me I can't believe it. I thought that we're meant to be. Tell me you love me. I need to know you still believe that you're thinking of me. It's more than to know, it's to see. But show me. Don't tell me that you're keeping secrets. Secrets, secrets from me, yeah. Tell me I can't believe it. I thought that we're meant to be. Tell me you love me. that you're thinking of me. It's more than to know, it's to see. Boy, show me. Okay, so that's the start.
Listen, I wanted to
Damn.
scream.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh
I
my
wanted to
goodness.
scream.
Can we say damn on the radio?
You can say
Damn!
whatever you want to, because I'm going to tell you,
Yeah.
I was about to scream. I was about to start singing. You know how I get when you sing that song to me. I love it.
Yeah,
That is
thank
one
you.
of my all-time favorite songs. She writes beautifully. I
Thank
mean,
you.
she has
So
more
that's
music.
a taste of some things that I'm putting
Man, I
together.
feel like you were singing that song to me. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, when you say you can relate to something, you can feel songs.
No, she wasn't. It's not always all about you. It's not always all about you. But she was singing for all of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
Don't
I'm going to
let
let
her tell
you.
you any different. She sung it for you.
Exactly. That was for you, Auntie.
You know
I know
what?
that's your song.
You know that's my song. That's one. I always tell you, that is a hit song. You need to finish it because once, listen,
Oh, I gotta finish
you know
it.
what we need to hear? We as women, men too, we need to hear more music like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rihanna and them, I love you guys and Chris Brown, but I need some music that I can just feel.
I love Rihanna and Chris Brown.
No, I'm not saying that, but listen, when you with your significant
I know what you're
other
trying to say.
or whatever the case may be, and you want that feel good type of music, you want to be able to hold somebody's hand or just, man, please.
You don't even have to be with
appreciate
somebody.
it.
You can be by yourself.
Yeah,
Just
you
alone, like, just alone in your thoughts.
You're
or
right.
thinking
But
about
you know,
somebody.
I'm just
You know
saying.
that song right there? Before we came on the air, I listened to one of my favorite songs, which is Greatest Love Affair by Jeffrey Osborne.
Oh,
And
I
no
was
matter
awesome.
what, yes, right? And no matter what I'm going through, that song puts me, I find my center, it put me there. Let me tell you something.
And thank you
Chica.
for showing me that because I hadn't
Yes.
heard that until today for the first time.
And you know what? You took me there with that song. I can sit there, I
thank
sat
you.
there, I zoned. Y'all were here, but you weren't here. And I could see at a concert, you know, people standing up and putting their hands up.
Yes.
I felt that gospel spirit in your
Yes.
voice. It's
Thank you.
moving,
He's
that
passionate about
voice
this.
of
He's getting
truth.
passionate
I was
over
like,
here.
it was if something moves
appreciate
me.
that because
Yeah.
that's what I want.
I'm unashamed to say I was moved by this.
Thank
I was
you.
moved by that. And I know our listeners were.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate that. Means it was accepted. And that's all I needed.
Yo, it wasn't
You
just
know-
accepted. It was awesome.
Received.
Your voice control,
Thank you.
the voice control, the breathing, the tonation. That was masterful.
Thank you.
Blazing, I'm going to have to agree with you. No, you don't need anyone around you. You can just, but I'm just saying the way I felt at that moment. Yeah, I could just imagine. I could sit back and listen to that song and just think,
Yeah,
but
you-
God darn, man, let me have my thoughts here. Let
You
me
know,
have,
I
love that song.
apologize
That,
for.
Uh-oh.
See, I am sincere enough to say, you know what? I may have made a mistake.
that's right.
May. But I apologize.
I accept your apology.
I don't think
today.
anybody was wrong. I see what you were saying. and
Chica, you got people fighting over your
Because
song.
let me tell you, when I say I told her that's a hit, and I know music. You know, I can't. Be honest. I used to want to be a singer, but sometimes we have to recognize our calling. And singing is not one of
You
my
always
callings.
say
We're
that.
glad you changed your mind.
No, I'm serious.
Oh.
I don't even care what he says. I'm going to ignore him. But singing is not one of my calling. But I do have a gift of listening to music, and I know music was a hit. That's a hit.
It is
That is
absolutely a
that. I
hit.
can see that as a
Feel the
Grammy.
soul,
The name of the show
emotion.
is
It's
Hit or Miss. So you know we gotta vote. And don't feel pressure because Chica DeBarge is sitting right here in the
Right.
Yeah,
studio.
'cause y'all can
Hazy,
tell me the truth.
Hazy, what do you say? The song Secrets,
Yes.
performed in part live in studio by Chica DeBarge. Hazy, Hit or Miss.
Absolutely a hit. 100%. Seriously, I could
Thank
like
you.
I would if that was on Spotify, I'd be listening to it on repeat.
Thank
I
you.
love
I
the
appreciate
soul.
that because this is the
It really.
well, you're a grown woman, but you're coming from the younger generation up under me. Even though I think I'm like a generation above you, but I think we kind of listen to the same stuff.
Yeah.
But I listen to the same stuff. As
Wait. Hold on. You see how she pointed at you and I?
Yeah, I peeped that. I was going to ignore it. But
But I'm not going to ignore that because she said, I think we listen to the same thing. But I also,
Yeah, because I have I have the pleasure of
clean it up.
no,
Clean it
this
up.
is what me and you were just talking about before. I have the pleasure of being introduced to all types of great music, and I think that with or without either or, I wouldn't like it. So I love that I'm introduced to, like the song that you played earlier. What was the song
Jeffrey
called?
Osborne.
Greatest Love Affair, Jeffrey
I've heard of him
Osborne.
before, but I never heard that song, and I love songs like that. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know where I would be if I didn't have like the Winans and Earth, Wind and
Absolutely.
Fire and Anita Baker and Marvin Gaye and my favorite Stevie Wonder, and so trust me, if you don't start there, then you're not getting that far musically. You got to start over there first.
I think that's part of the beauty of Hit or Miss is that we have, representatives from every generation,
Absolutely.
and
We
we
just-
can all connect with
Yes,
music
you
and
know,
the general.
Blaze representing for the young people all over the world.
Amen.
Mickey,
A hit is a hit, old or
Yep.
new.
Secret by Chica DeBarge, Hit or Miss, and tell us why.
It's a hit. It's a hit. I can't tell you why because I don't.
We just need the world to make it a hit now. Well, I gotta record it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you in the studio, get somebody down to help you make this song what it should be with the music because you can't. This is a
I've
gem.
got a whole vision for it.
This
so
is a gem.
I just want you guys to keep following me in my journey.
Oh, this won't be the last time you're here, Miss Chica.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be open and honest without intimidation. All right. Now, I don't want to have to be the Simon Cowell of the panel, but it's a hit. Damn. I mean, it's rare that
Yes.
a voice captures my attention to the degree where being a masculine man, I almost get a chill. That's like, it's like, Phyllis Hyman did it to me.
Yes.
Regina Bell did it to me. Patti LaBelle, a few people have done it to me.
Oh,
But it's rare for a voice and a story, even the story, the passion, the spirit in your voice right there. That song is a hit. That song is going to sell. You have, and don't flirt with this idea either. You have a marketable product
Yes.
on your hands. A marketable, valuable, genuine product on your hands.
And
You're
remember,
speaking into
you
my
heard
life.
it. Remember,
I see
you heard
that.
it first on Hit or Miss. You heard snippets of secrets. It's more to come after this.
All right now.
And we also
Thank
want to,
you.
I think Miki is going to remind you all how to get in touch, how to look up her
Chica
music.
DeBarge. Everything's
Her
under
music and
Chica DeBarge, really. I'm gonna have some new things that I'm creating. So when you see things, just know that I'm getting it started. But I'm out there as Chica DeBarge on YouTube, Chica DeBarge on Instagram, Facebook, all those things. So in the next, I want to say like 2-3 months, I'm gonna be coming out with some things. So keep your eyes open and your ears, and just keep on looking.
What are you working on currently?
Right now I'm just doing writing. I got some beats that I'm writing to. I just got a new microphone to record with, and I'm gonna start recording. I think at the end of this month. That's when I'm gonna first start recording. So everything's set up to start then, and hopefully, at least by February, I'll have like a more professional type of music video out there. I want to get into dancing more, and just the whole thing. I love performing and singing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: what is the best thing you love about performing live in front of an audience?
Wow, that's a good question because I love
There's a lot to
everything
love,
about.
I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but the main thing I believe is the um the connection with the music. I feel like God, Jesus, and music have always been my best friend. You know, when I was a child, I was always different, but I would be very shy. But when it came to singing, they'd be like, "Oh, is that her singing?" Or I would have like a grown voice, and they'd be like, "Wow!" Like I would sound mature or like I've been through something. And I don't think it was more so about things that I was going through. It's just that I just felt one with the music, and having loss with my mother at a young age, and just things that I did go through later on. It's like when you close your eyes and you get up there to sing in front of people, it's just you and the music, and nothing else matters. And it's my safe place for me. So I feel very safe when I sing in front of people. Yeah, it's my safe place. Like growing up feeling different and just, you know, feeling insecure. It's the place that made me secure. And it's just a very safe place for me. Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, trust me, Chica, you reached a lot of people. I think you connected with a lot of people today, and I'm sure you've won quite a few fans today.
Well, I need them. So come on me with this journey.
We're rolling.
Thank
We're
you.
riding with you.
I appreciate you all. I really do. It's been so fun and a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure having you. It's a joy. I'm so glad and so blessed and honored to have had you here today with us, and I really appreciate you for coming through.
Well, I'm honored to be here and to meet wonderful new lifelong friends.
Yes.
They
And
are truly a blessing. They really are truly a blessing. Blaze and Hazy, they are.
well, they blessed me today.
You know, they're a blessing.
And so
Absolutely.
are you,
See,
Miss
Chica,
Tamika.
this is the part of the show where Nikki has her Disney moment.
Disney moments.
You
yeah.
can almost hear the Elton John music in the background. She starts talking.
Well,
She loves
me and
everybody
Tamika
so
have known
much.
each
and
other
all
for
that.
so long, and I've listened to her say that she wanted to do this, and just to see where it's at now, I'm definitely impressed. I don't think that you could pick two other great people greater than what you have here. And I'm
And
just
I
honored to be
definitely
the
agree.
first one that you guys interview, and I know that this show is gonna go do numbers and just be a big success here in New Jersey and in New York, just all over the world. And that's what I feel, and that's what I know, and that's what I'm thanking God for.
And I'm glad that you recognize that these two individuals are just
Yeah,
as unique
definitely.
and just as loving and caring as I feel. I wanted to work with people who I thought would complement me, and I think these two were very. God makes no mistakes.
Hmm.
God makes no mistakes that you're here today,
That's
Hazy
right.
and Blaze, and I definitely appreciate all three of you for just being
Yeah.
here, being in my corner. It's nothing but love for you guys, and you know that I've always got your back. You my, you my ace. And you know I'm here for you always.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. It's
And
been an honor.
you will be coming back
Of course.
with that,
Definitely.
with the full version of Secrets.
And y'all almost had me emotional at one point. I was like, why did I did asking some deep stuff?
Let us know what you was emotional for. What?
Just period. It was it made me go into my heart. So when you go into your heart, it's you got to search through the closets and stuff.
Right.
So
That's the it's a blessing and a blessing and a curse when you are an empathic type of person because
yeah.
you feel. I mean, life hits you harder than the average person.
Yeah.
You know, the good
Right.
things hit you harder, and the bad things hit you harder than the
Yeah,
average
I
person.
know.
So yeah,
I
I can tell.
Yeah, but it helps though with the music and just with your passions. So being a passionate person, and I could tell that everyone here is passionate. So
Is this your first interview? Like I'm
In a
pretty sure.
long time. Yeah, my first interview in a long time.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Let me
you
ask you,
so
Chica,
much.
is this the
seriously,
first
for
time you've
coming.
been through a police interrogation on live
Yeah.
radio?
Who interrogated?
Oh my gosh. You know, in California, I had a deal. Well, I was going back and forth with a record label. And speaking of a police interrogation, some police officers stopped me and my producer on the way from the studio. We had just got done recording. And I had to show my ID, of course, because he was speeding. And we both had to show our IDs. And they seen my name um, on my ID at the time. And they said, "Oh, DeBarge and all that, you know." And I told them, "Yeah, you know, I'm related." And the producer was like, "Yeah, you know, she's a singer. We're coming from the studio." And they were like, "I don't believe it." So do you know I had to sit out there and sing for them?
What did
Oh
you
my
sing?
gosh.
Could you sing what you sung to them?
Oh,
I
Tell
had
us?
to
yeah.
sing, and I sung. I believe it was a Stevie Wonder song, and they were like, "Okay, we believe you. We believe you." And they let me go, but it reminded me of the movie, the Five Heartbeats.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And my producer was teasing me about that the whole time. We were in San Diego, and I couldn't believe it because they kind of really like, but they were rude about it too. But they made me sing for them, and they
Oh,
let me
wow.
go when I sang for them.
So they did you like
So,
the fire,
yeah.
the like
And
dresser.
you just
I
reminded me
got
of that. You said,
nothing
"Have you
but
ever been
love
in
for you, baby.
And that's how it
I
felt.
could
I
see
was
it
like
wasn't your calling
nervous.
either.
Yes, it was.
She couldn't wait to try
Yeah,
to
I
say
know.
that.
She just wanted to take a jab. She was like, "Oh, you sound good," but I'm a jab him anyway.
Yes. So we want to thank you once again for joining us here at Hit or Miss. We need everybody to like.
Comments.
Subscribe and share.
Yes.
So
That's right. Hit and miss.
thank you once again.
Thank you for having
Yes,
me.
thank you so much.
God bless.
You brought so
God
much to
bless
this
you too.
podcast. Thank you so much for just being vulnerable with us. And
I appreciate it. You guys helped me.
I got one more thing to say.
Huh.
Do you want to take us out on a song or something? You got a song for us? or
yeah,
something?
let's hear it.
It can be any song that you want to. No pressure.
Because I like we're pulling you over right now.
Any song that I want to.
You know what? And you know what?
You know I don't
wait,
care
wait.
about singing.
But you know
when
what? I
somebody
want to
has
say
sing, I
something
never
to
have
you.
a song. I'm like, what am I going to
Huh?
say?
Don't you have a song that has the lyrics hidden?
Oh
in it?
yeah. Yeah. Wait.
Oh,
Please tell me about
yeah.
that. I'm
What?
sorry.
It's
She's
not
my
a song,
number
but
one
it's like
biggest
the,
fan,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's the.
But let me. Can I say something before you go there? I want to thank you. Actually, I want to thank your grandma because when I
Oh,
was,
yes.
you know what? When
My
I was
lovely
sick,
grandmother.
I was in the hospital.
Mhm.
Chica called me. She called her grandmother, and her grandmother actually, literally, was about to pray for me. I mean, I was in the
I thought
hospital.
she did play.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Well, she did, but your Uncle L called her. So in the middle of
Oh,
prayer,
okay.
her Uncle L called her in the middle of prayer, so everything had stopped. But I was really ill at that time because I was running fevers.
Mhm.
They didn't know, and I was just feeling really bad. But I want to thank you for calling her,
Oh, of course.
and thank you,
My
Miss
grandmother
DeBarge.
is a praying
She
woman.
is
I'm here
really-
today because of
You
her
know
prayers.
what? She is a
Yeah.
praying. That is a praying grandmother.
Yes, I love my grandma.
Yes,
I'm a grandma's baby.
she's the most beautiful soul you ever want to meet. She's the sweetest and the most kindest individual. Thank you, because at that time I needed that. I was sick as a dog, and this Barge prayed for me, and that was a great thing. So I just wanted to say that. But
That's really cool.
back to the song now. We got all.
Well, it's just a jingle for the hit and miss.
We
show.
need
I
a
just-
jingle.
I'm saying it all the
I'm so
time. now.
excited.
So it goes, hit and miss. Is it a no or is it a go? Or hit and miss. Is it a no or is it a go? Or hit and miss. It's very simple.
Oh, I love
Simple is all we need.
So every time I call Auntie, I'm always singing that. She's like, "Oh, we gotta get in the studio." So I'm gonna put some nice little DeBarge backgrounds and stuff to it, some little oohs and ahs, and make it a thing.
it.
You know what I want to do? I want to give out a shout out to Chica's cousin Mike.
Oh
I
yes,
love
Michael.
He is the sweetest.
And he's very talented too. Very
Yes.
talented piano player
Yes.
and songwriter.
Shout out Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So just wanted to give Michael a shout out.
All right.
Not Michael Jackson, but Michael DeBarge.
That's right. Uncle
Yeah.
Marty's son.
Shout out Bunny DeBarge.
We gonna try to get Bunny on
One
here.
of my auntie mommies.
We gonna get Bunny on here one day. So,
Well,
so
thank you again for
No
coming out.
problem.
Anybody have
Thank
any
you for having me.
closing thoughts?
anything? No. I just thank you once again for coming here,
Thanks for having
joining
me.
us here, and we definitely appreciate you.
Likewise.